There's a raindrops on roses, whiskers on kittens, bright apples and warnings. While he's behind his thing, home these are a few of my favorite things. Okay, that's the tune. So now I'm gonna put the tune on some change. So let's start a little bit. Shoo-dee-dee, bo-dee-dee-dee, bo-dee-dee, la-ba-boom-dee. Stop-a-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, I like that nice little haunting melody to go through your ears sometimes and just bring you a sense of refreshment. So me and my son are going to do a favorite song, but I want to give you the background on it real quick. From way back in 1935, George Gershwin, who was a Jewish composer, wrote an all-black opera called Porgy and Bess. And when he wrote that opera, he designated that the opera had to be performed by all black performers. It could not be performed by a white singer in blackface. He said, otherwise you destroy the integrity of the entire opera. So, I was at Indiana University when Indiana University became the first college to ever perform Porgy and Bess with an all-black cast.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. And so that piece has always had something special in it for me. It was so special that the living members of the Gershwin family came to the opening performance. And so I want to do this tune called Summertime. Now here's what's happening with that tune. The women in the little town, the little all-black town, are worried that the men have gone fishing and there's going to be a huge storm. But the men out on the water don't know it yet. And they're afraid that the men won't get back safe. So the mother comes out of the house and she's holding the baby. Summertime is a lullaby. But it's hauntingly wrong because a lullaby is almost always sung in a major key. So this lullaby is sung in a minor key, which means it has a foreboding quality. Now, when she says that Your mom is good looking. The only good looking woman in the whole village is Bess. Or your Bess and beautiful. The rest of the women are not very attractive. So when she's singing that to the baby, she's kind of trying to put in some suggestion in there for herself. Okay? Okay, so now, here we go with a little lullaby. We're going to do D minor and A7 for a band. Okay? And cotton is high. Your daddy is rich and your mom's good. So little baby, don't cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up to see. You're gonna spread your little wings and take it to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing that can harm you. You got mommy and daddy standing by. Thank you for putting up with me. Little scat, little box. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta give you a wonderful picture. I gotta give you one. Let's see. Okay. If a skeleton walks into a bar, what does he ask for?
What?
A beer and a mop. Okay, I'm sorry. The Lord talked to the angel and he said, I created a 24-hour period of lightness and darkness, and I'm tired. And the angel says, well, what are you going to do now? I'm going to call it a day. Give up for Lockwood and Christmas. Coming to grace the stage is local historian, my bestie in the comedy, Bob Beach.
As I always say when I say this, when I see this guy, give me the watch. It's a Pulp Fiction one. Very poor one. I have to say, folks, when you have Doc and Chris, there's no such thing as a scary wood. They're fantastic. Give it up for them.
Hell yeah!
Trying to find the best place to frame myself in my shot there. I do it for vanity, folks. That's what I'm doing.
Build that portfolio.
That's right. I was introduced this evening as Bob Beach. I do have a confession to make. That is not my real name.
No, come on.
That is actually a stage name. I've been using that stage name since I started doing comedy about 6 years ago, and I have to come clean. It's not my real name, and I'm going to reveal my real name in a podcast that I'm going to start next week. But since you guys are all here, I'm going to let you in ahead of time. I would love for you to go wherever you find your podcasts and tune in to the Bob Podcast with Bob Podcast. That's right. My last name is Podcast. And I know what you're thinking. She's shaking her head. She's like, no, that's nonsense. There's no possible way that somebody was born in the 20th century could have a last name podcast. And I understand your skepticism, man. But I assure you that is my last name. I actually come from a very long line of Irish pea farmers. My great-great-great-great-grandfather in Ireland, he made a name for himself in the local village by instead of neatly planting his peas in rows, he would just cast the pods into the field. And he came to be known as Bob Podcast. So I got my name from that. It is No Shave November. Which means, of course, that I shaved on November 1st, because that's what I do a lot of things out of spite I really shouldn't, but I do. But here's the weird thing, though. When I shaved on November 1st, I shaved my face for the first time in 5 years. Let me repeat that. For the first time in 5 full years. And nobody noticed. Not a single person noticed. Not even my wife noticed. And she knew I was going to shave. We've been talking about it for months. I'm like, this hair is bothering me. We should get rid of it. And that day I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. I go into the bathroom. I shave my face. I take a shower. I come out of the bathroom. She looks at me and she's like, oh, I thought you were going to shave. It's like, I shaved for the first time in 5 years. It's not my fault I can't grow facial hair. I was born of a very sparsely haired Irish background. That's where I come from. As you can tell, I probably should ease off the weed a little bit. I feel like I smoke too much weed, and sometimes it hits me right in the face. I was at one of those strip malls, and they had a movie theater that was playing old movies, and I saw that they were playing one of my favorite movies, the Disney movie Mulan. I was like, I gotta check this out. And I go in there, and I'm in there for a half hour watching this movie before I realize, nope, this is Moulin Rouge. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but I find it rather ironic that they would put both of those movies back to back. I don't know. It happened earlier today. I was at a parking lot. I'm not going to tell you where. And I was smoking weed before I came in here. And as I was smoking weed, I was thinking to myself, I think I'm smoking a lot more weed than I ever have before. So I feel like my 2025 New Year's resolution is right on track. Nobody laughs. Nobody laughs at that. I often, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you laugh.
Wow.
I have weird hearing perception from this particular angle, I'm sorry. But you laugh, but that doesn't always benefit me. I got a call from my sister the other day. She's like, I'm picking up my son at basketball practice. He's 6 years old. She's like, we're walking through the parking lot through a cloud of pot smoke. She hates pot smoke. She's like, imagine my surprise when he immediately brightens, looks up at me, and he's like, Uncle Bob's here.
To be honest, what an honor.
I would say that, but it's my sister. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, kids. Like it was the Billy D's parking lot that one time, and we promised not to tell Mom about that. It's the parking lot over here, strip mall. Okay, you got a few parking lots, but statistically, it can't be every parking lot, right? I was at a Little Caesars the other day. You guys like Little Caesars? I don't mind a Little Caesars. I like the tagline, I think. Pizza, right? So I was getting 2 pizzas at Little Caesars, and the guy behind the counter, he's looking at me. He's like, you're the parking lot guy. I knew I was you out there. And I was like, okay, fine, I'm the parking lot guy. Can I please get my food, please? It is an honor, you're right. Can I get my food, please? He's like, no, man. Calm down. I was actually going to throw a free order of crazy bread in with those 2 pizzas.
Sweet.
And I was like, you know what? No offense, but don't bother. Because I'll tell you what, though, there's nothing crazy at all about that bread. But you know what is pretty crazy? You guys got a dagger shop out back called Little Brutus. Stabby. I love the Shakespeare jokes. Speaking of assassinations, I will kill a bag of Dove chocolates. I love Dove chocolates. Not too keen on the inspirational messages, though, that they write on the wrappers to the Dove chocolates, They're fine messages, don't get me wrong, just not enough of them, When you got a whole bunch of them and you're eating them at a clip, you get repeats, exactly. So one day I got this family-sized bag of Dove chocolates. I put in my favorite Disney movie, Mulan. I get really high, and I'm eating these Dove chocolates. I open up the first wrapper. It says, you got this. Shut up, man. Hell yeah, I got this. And then I open up the next one. You got this. Yes. We reviewed this material already. I don't understand why we're in reruns after the pilot episode. That doesn't seem to be a good idea. Well, an hour later, surrounded by empty foil wrappers and 15 you got this, I'm starting to wonder what it is that I actually have. I'm pretty sure they call it diabetes. And it was at that moment I realized I'm watching Moulin Rouge again. How did that happen? And why would I have those movies mixed up in a box? A lot of irony there. I don't know. There's more to that. I don't want to get into it. Because I'll tell you something. I could have swore that I owned a pair of camouflage underwear. But I can't seem to find them. I could have sworn they were attached to the fluorescent orange assless chaps that I usually wear. They must have got separated in the wash. I'll never see those again. I got a question for you. How many Mission Impossible movies are they going to have to make for us to know that they're not all that impossible? Right? Just call them what they are. Call them the dramatically difficults but ultimately possibles. Even with that wordy mouthful of a title, we're still going to watch them. They're a Tom Cruise vehicle and a Scientology vehicle. We can't avoid it. We love Scientology. I don't like celebrities. I would never want to run into a celebrity. The celebrity, though, that I would want to run into least is Kevin Bacon. I hate that guy. I would much rather run into Kevin Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Because I feel like that would be a much more delicious experience. Thank you. I got more food jokes. I'm into food fusion. I thought if I could ever open up a food fusion restaurant, I would combine a Vietnamese soup house with a Texas smokehouse, and we would call it, of course, the Fuck You. That's gratuitous. You want gratuitous? Here's another gratuitous one. Do you think that they would refer to a soft drink brewed in Minneapolis as a Minnesota soda? I'm not sure they would, because they don't call it soda out there. Luckily, they got the Twin Cities. They could call it a St. Paul Pop. The same effect. I don't know. How much time we got on here? Okay. I got a couple more minutes, I think. I'm finding that as I age, there's less and less that I'm willing to do for a Klondike bar. You guys remember the ads for the Klondike bar? You'd be like, would you cluck like a chicken for a Klondike bar? And these people would cluck like a chicken. I wouldn't pay more than $2 for a Klondike bar. I feel like they're unwieldy. I don't know who invented the Klondike bar. It must have been a fan of Moulin and Moulin Rouge really high one day. Being like, let's take a brick of vanilla ice cream and surround it in the thinnest chocolate covering that we can come up with. And then we'll tell them, what would you do for a napkin now? You know what I would do for a Klondike bar? Add a stick. That's what I would do for a Klondike bar. That would make it so much better. I would eat a Klondike bar a day if it had a stick. Yeah. I also find I'm 45. I recently turned 45. My license expired, so I thought I would just sort of let it go, and I would get to it eventually. And then I tried to go to the weed dispensary. I was at the DMV the next morning. I already knew that goddamn thing. But I find that in my 40s, I've already reached the minimum recommended lifetime threshold for live water shark encounters, which is 0. Not a single one. I'm not going into the ocean. That's what I'm after. 2 more. I gotta tell you guys something. I don't know what you're thinking. Bathroom sprays, not cover enough shit. If anything, they're just drawing attention to the fact that it was you in the bathroom, because we know which one is yours. And speaking of frauds, if we really want to go after frauds, we should go after that barefoot Contessa. You heard of her? That fraud. I heard that she is neither barefoot nor named Contessa. I heard her name is Ina, and she likes to wear Chuck Taylors. But I guess Chuck Ina is a strange name for a cooking show, so they just went with that. All right, my name is Bob Beach, guys. You guys have been awesome. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope to see you soon.
I'm going to talk about podcast. I had a show in Vermont, and they couldn't afford to pay me, so they gave me some edible
and maybe several. This is great, you know. Several. But when I came back to Syracuse, I couldn't find my car. I was really waiting, and I searched for 20 minutes everywhere. I'm beeping. I don't know where it is. Then I realized I ain't driving there. Oh, how did you get back? I had to go back to Mike. I'm stranded in Syracuse, man. It was rough. It's true story. It happened really rough. Oh, I like to play with my food too, Bob. I'll take like 2 chicken breasts, right? Right? And then I'll like stab them in the eyes, right? And then put a romaine lettuce in both holes. And then I call it chicken Caesar salad.
Love it.
Good shit. Alright, come to this day, all the way from Rochester or Buffalo or he got me somewhere. Should be heavy.
All right. How are y'all feeling tonight? Good. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to be here, you know. I've been feeling a little down on myself lately. Not feeling the best. Not feeling like I'm a great person, you know. When that happens, I like to find a Nazi and have a conversation with him, you know. Because they make me realize that I'm a great person. Can get a lot worse than me, folks. Okay. Yes. So, really I've been struggling with my mental health, and one of the things that I've been doing to work on that is going to therapy. You know? One of the things my therapist is working on with me is called exposure therapy. That's where you expose yourself to situations that would normally make you nervous or uncomfortable. You know, I'm also looking for a job, so I've been going to job interviews and exposing myself in the middle of it. Interviewers don't seem to like it too much, but, you know, help put some of the power back in my hands. Level the playing field, you know what I mean? That's right. Okay, there we go. Now we got you guys going. It's been a while since I had a big black thing in my hand like this. Cheap joke. Yeah. So, one of the issues I deal with mentally is Tourette's. Yeah, but it only flares up when I'm really stressed out. So when I'm playing video games or talking to my family, you know. The other day, I was in my room. The other day, my friend came over, and I was in my room having a meltdown, like, shit, that's concept, motherfucker! He came in banging on the door because he thought I was having a meltdown, you know? He's like, bro, you okay? Well, yeah, I was just on the phone with my mother. Alright. It's okay. You guys will laugh at this next one, I promise. I had to go to the doctor to get a physical recently. You know, I like going to the doctor to get a physical because it's the only time I can get a female to touch my penis and insurance pays for it. That's right. Now, if we could only get the massage insurance on board with the massage parlors, really be exploding with joy. Haha. Yeah. I like to keep a fan on in my room, even in the wintertime, you know. It's nice falling asleep to the sound of someone telling me how great I am. That's right. That's right, you guys should try it sometime. Thank you. Man, I don't know, drugs are real. Nah. I think when I'm running low on self-esteem, I like to tell myself positive affirmations in the sauna. No, slow burn. It'll get to you in a few minutes. I really do, think if someone is struggling with their mental health, though, that they should go for a swim, you know? It's kind of hard to think about your problems when you're trying not to drown. Okay. Thank you. I'll be here all week, folks. This is it. This is professional comedy, folks. This is what it looks like right here. You gotta do it. Millions of shit mites eating dick in front of a bunch of strangers for years and years, just sucking it all up. But it's fun. It's fun. A little bit about me, like the fine man said, my name is Trippy Hippie, but my real name is Stacy. I know I have a girl's name, it's a shocker. My dad said he gave me the name after a famous actor named Stacy Keach. Anybody? Stacy Keach? Exactly. I don't know about famous, more like your favorite, Dad. Good thing he wasn't oh, we're not there yet. Back it up. It's understandable though, you see, because my dad was born in 1949, and he had me in 1941, sorry. That's why you don't do drugs before you come to perform. 1990, he was 49. He had 10 kids with 7 women and married 4 of them. Yes. Papa was a rolling stone. That man's pull-out game was weak. Man, this is fun. I know that you look at me and think this is the type of guy that believes yoga and meditation is the key to peace and happiness. But you be correct. But I also believe in an alien race called the Anunnaki that controls the world, so really, what the fuck do I know? And if my dreads make you feel like I'm culturally appropriating, you also be correct. No, seriously, they're very spiritual to me, and they help me feel whole. And that whole is where I hide my LSD. Very, very spiritual. Yeah. We're in the thick of it, folks. This is it. This is it. This is what I live for right here. A bunch of strangers looking at me like, why the fuck did I come out my house tonight for this bullshit? No, it's fun. We're having fun. We're having fun. I'm enjoying it. It wasn't always that way though. I didn't get into any type of mindfulness until my early 20s. As a teenager, I was too busy getting into trouble and chasing tail. I knew nothing about that stuff. Deep breathing, focus on oneness. Back then, my only focus was on losing my virginity. Yeah. I forgot the next part of the joke. God damn it. Yeah. Alright, screw that part. Anyways, but my neighborhood is full of crime and drugs. There wasn't a downward dog or a lotus position in sight. Seriously, the only one teaching any type of yoga was the cops. Yeah. They'd be like, alright, sir, take a deep breath in, put your arms up and behind your head. Now breathe out and slowly get on your knees. Take another deep breath in and put your arms behind your back. Now breathe out and relax, cause your ass is going to jail. I've unfortunately been in that position once or twice. Yeah. The pose is called prison bound. Or in my case, 5 to 10. Man, I'm glad you guys are loving this. This is great. This is the highlight of your evening, trust me.
Fuck police.
Yeah, that too. You know, fucking police. Always out to get you. Always some dumb shit. You know, harassing, sabotaging. It's a damn shame. But, on the other hand, what would we do if we had no police? There's a question to ponder. Well, what are you going to do if somebody runs up on you with a knife and tries to rob you?
What are the police gonna do? Fucking nothing.
That's right.
By the time we call
Or your house burns down, you know, they play the point. This wasn't, where are we going with
We're
this?
volunteers.
This wasn't a fucking question to open up the fucking debate. This is my time on stage. God damn. I was just making a little point. We didn't have to have a philosophical debate up here. We could do that after. It's okay. I respect everyone's opinions. I don't even feel that strongly about it, but I just try to look at both sides of the story, both sides of the coin, you know? Just like P. Diddy, like put yourself in his eyes. Think about what he was going through that time. What he did was right? No, it was wrong. But he just said some freaky shit. Cut the man some slack. No, I'm playing. That dude's a piece of shit. See, now I went off on this whole tangent. Now I forgot what my joke was doing at. Is my time up yet? Oh, goodness. Let me finish this joke. I'll finish this joke and get off. Meditation teacher once asked me if I ever tried before. I said, sure. I love putting on some slow music, popping his hand, and smoking a fat blunt to the face. He said, what? That's not meditating. Oh, meditating? Shit, I thought you said medicating. My bad. Seriously though, meditating can be really helpful, folks, in working out your problems, you know? And if that doesn't work, you could always try exercising. Because you know what they say, if you can't deal with your issues, run from them. And keep running, don't stop. Because your problem's always right there beside you, like a freaking shadow ready to engulf you and screw up your day. Like a text message from your ex saying, we need to talk, I took a test. Spoiler alert, it's not mine. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. Speaking of my ex, she was crazy as hell, but the sex was amazing. Yeah. She was really into role play. She liked it when I put on a mask and pretend to break in and kill her. Yeah. She loved to reenact how we met. Now, slow burn, you'll get it in a minute. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm done. Thank y'all for your time, man. I'm sure you will be. For next time. Thank y'all, man. You had fun?
Oh. You look at me. My ex was in the army. She was a sniper. She had 80 confirmed kills, man. Pretty good. We had a not so good breakup though. I did, however, knew that she still had love for me. And she sent me a text and said, "Hey Jay, I missed you." And she was so sweet. Nice. Then another shot came and hit me. And my gut, and I had a gut feeling that she didn't really like me. But in the hospital, they had to pull the bullet out, and it had a little smiley face on it. Oh, it's an inside joke. We put it like that. Inside joke. Who's that? Thank you. Come to the stage. We got so many answers. I don't know who you will go out today. So I'm gonna just go on stage. Frank Bianco is come to the stage. Woo! Yeah!
I got a warm go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you know. You feel like you get close enough to it? Absolutely.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Guitar coming in all right? So this first tune I'm going to do is a song by Rodriguez, Poet of the People. But I'll proceed it, or it's a song called You'd Like to Admit It. But I'll proceed it with a joke. So Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse are at the marriage counselor's office. The marriage counselor says, "But Mickey, being stupid is not enough grounds for a divorce." And Mickey says, "I didn't say that she was being stupid. I said she was fucking goofy."
That's a good joke.
You were the girl who we didn't find time. So when I see you again, I'll just grin. And you'll know why it is, because I'm glad that you're his and not mine. I'm in the mood to reveal how I feel. You weren't that sharp, but you had some appeal. Now there's a hint of regret in your eyes. You won't tell me, and you smile your disguise. So when I see you again, I'll just grin. And I'll be glad that I'm here, and you are way over there.
Greg. Can you put that back on? It's on our timer, right? It's off. Yes. But I got two artists who do a song I can put on here.
So I'm gonna go into another. This is a very influenced by that prolific writer known as